Today I am doing a pastel, a smoky pastel, because I know a lot of people don't like the pastel colors. This is the Juvias place. It's called the Garden of Juvias. So I'm gonna be using that in a smoky look because a lot of people don't like pastel because it comes out ashy, gray. It's not pastels are very light colors, so they don't show up much on dark skin unless it's made for us. So this one is a good one. Okay, my nose is running, which is not bad. Okay, I am going to start with, I'll put primer first. I'll do primer. I thank you very much for coming in. Last week, Thursday, I did not do a live because I had a video, a collab video coming out, and I was still setting up this little shingling over here. So that did not, I couldn't do anything. So I was like, okay, I'll have to do the next one if I get to see the next one. Here I am. Thank God I get to see it. Okay. Do I have enough light? Let me know if I have enough light, if I need to add more light. As I close the back, right now the sun is like piping on the other side. I am going to do my brows. My God, my brows are oily, oily, oily. Okay, what do I need? I need something. Oh, I have this little bit of is this gonna work? Because I don't think I have enough. Okay, let me get closer. Closer, don't be shy. Okay, I think I have more light, better lighting. I think this is on its last leg. I think I have a little bit left. I think that's it. That was it. Yep, this one's done. Am I correct? Yep, it's done. Okay, next. Another one. I am just gonna do my brows. I am very happy to see you here. I appreciate you very much. Let me know if you can hear me properly. Okay, where is my... I'm looking for stuff with no glasses on, my God. This this is a dilemma. This, no glasses on, it's like looking, looking, looking. It's like right in front of me. Oh my God. You can hear me? Okay, thank you very much. I appreciate your feedback always. How are you doing? How are you doing? How is your day going? Very good. I'm happy for that. I am happy you are blessed because the more blessings somebody have, the happier things are, the more happy I feel. Hello, Paula. How are you, Miss Benson? Girl, you don't be having me jamming. My family, everybody's doing good. Thank God, everybody's doing good. And I always knock on wood. One is off today, and one is working. And my husband just came home. But that's what I was cooking. I was like, let me cook so when he gets home, you have something to eat. He's like, you haven't started yourself. I said, no, I wanted to cook first for you. Yeah. Paula, that song, Have You Ever Seen the Rain? My kids will tell you that was our afternoon jam when I picked them up when they were going to school. I would pick them up and he would and we would sing it. And I remember once on the stoplight, I wasn't playing the song that they were playing something else because I love an artist, an African artist. He got killed years ago called Lucky Dube. I went to about five of his concerts. Love it. I mean, Rod Stewart, Elton John, those people. I mean, I always love music. So I wasn't playing that music that day. The Rod Stewart, Have You Ever Seen the Rain? And it was raining and the sun was shining and there was like a rainbow. And I remember he was 7 or 8. He said, Mom, this is like the song. It's raining and the sun is shining. And I have stacks and stacks and stacks of CDs. Back in the 60s, back in the 80s, I used to collect the records. I had lots and lots and lots, but when my dad moved from his small apartment to his house, that got lost somewhere along the line. So I don't know where that is. But yeah, he was like so excited. He was like, here is the sunshine, just like the sun. So yep, have you ever seen the rain on a shiny on a sunny day? Yep. Oh yeah, I love music. Boy George. I mean, it is just I love music. I always want to learn to play how to play the drum. I'm like, one of these days I'm gonna learn how to play the drum. Right now I'm using the Mac paint pot, the lighter one. I'm putting it under my brow bone and coming down a little because I'm going to put the darker one over here. How are you doing today, Paula? Yeah, my God, I used to collect records. And most of my records I collect was, in the islands, it's calypso and reggae. So I had lots of Bob Marley, I had lots of Peter Tosh, Bonnie Whaler, I had Winston Soso, Sparrow. I mean, I had a lot. I went to Mighty Sparrow during Carnival in St. Thomas. We had different artists come from different places and my dad and I we used to go to the shows. So I've seen lots of people back in the day. I used to go to a lot of those concerts. Hello, Sarah. How are you? How is everything? That's okay. Well, that's fine. Thank you for stopping by, Paula. I appreciate it. Enjoy your meal. Have fun. Enjoy the rest of your day. I appreciate it very much for you stopping by. Yeah, I cooked before I came on here. Okay, so that's Mac Paint Pot. Very good. Oh, I'm doing good. All is well. Can't complain today. Today's a new day. Hello. I'll maybe complain later. Who knows? You never know, but I'll make it work. I'm using the darker paint pot now. And I'm going to put it on here because that's how we're going to get the smoky pastel. I'm using the same brush because the first one was lighter. This MAC paint pot, I am loving it. I am truly enjoying it. I actually didn't use it a couple times because I have to use up the other stuff because all the other stuff is almost done. So you see how I created a gradient? I put the lighter one on top and then now I'm putting the darker one so it separates it. So that's what I'm doing. And then I'll put the color to make it smoky. So I do all the prep work so the rest of nothing is quick and easy. See the difference? This eye has nothing on it and this eye has stuff on it. It just really makes a difference. So if you just put your makeup just on the bare eyes, it will shift after a while. But if you put on any base, it will last longer. What is the weather like over where you are, Sarah and Paula and Vicky? What is the weather like on your side? This is a nice paint pot. And now I'm just going to just dab it a little. I have a big old fluffy brush and I'm just going to stamp on it. It will move it up a little higher for me without me dragging it up. And I have hooded eyes, so I have to always try to make sure one is not lower than the other. So I'm always inspecting my eyes. That's why you'll always see me looking one side, one side. See, this one side look like it's higher, and this side look like it's not. But if I go like this, they look the same. But if I close my eye because I'm hooded eyes, it looks like I don't have enough. So what I do, I just stamp so it comes up a little higher, so it looks a little bit more even. And that's it. So if ever you put your makeup on and it always look like one is, remember if you have hooded eyes, the folds sometimes are never the same. Sometimes it's high, it's one is more folded than the other, so you'll have more space one side and less space. So you try to balance it, it'll never be even. Today my eyes are working good. Thank you, Lord. I can see. Oh yeah, we had that yesterday and the day before. Today is what? Today say 90 something. We had a heat advisory earlier on. So yeah. Okay, now that I've prepped my eyes, I'm going to do the face. So when I'm done with the eyes, we can all see. Oh, I already put, yeah, I already put this on. I already put it on. That was the first thing I did. First thing I did. Ha 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 ha. Ha. Oh, I have two new powders coming up, but not today. I picked up two new powders. Okay, I'm gonna go into my black opal. Should I do black opal? Nah, I'm gonna go into my Super Stay by Maybelline. I'm gonna go into that. Oh, it's still hot over by you, Vicky? Yeah, in Florida, we're like on fire, honey. Oh boy. Yeah, stay cool, drink lots of water, put a little bit of lime in your water just to refresh your palate. But do that. Okay, I love this little brush. You maybe see this little brush all the time. I'm gonna use this foundation powder and I'm gonna do the powder. So when we get to the face, when we get to the eyes, we just mosey on down the road. Yep, it's summer is almost over. Can you imagine where did the time go? Where did time go? And this is the thing. That's why I tell people, please, please, please don't waste time thinking about what other people think or what other people have to say because your time, you cannot get it back. Once it's gone, you just cannot get it back. Don't waste your time. Do little at a time, but don't think of, oh, this person might say that if I do this. It doesn't matter what the person say. If you're doing something good for yourself, do that. If you feel like you're stuck and you cannot do anything to help yourself, close your eyes. And I say that a lot. Because when you close your eyes, you give your brain another thing to think about because we're so used to walking with our eyes open. Our brain knows that like clockwork. When you close your eyes, your brain has to switch. So when you switch your brain, hello, Lisa, this delight. Oh God, that kiddo. I don't eat eggs, but that food is lit. And you know, when you close your eyes, you shift your brain. So it gives your brain something else to think. So when you close your eyes, your brain automatically switches like, okay, what's going on? And then you take deep breaths and regroup and keep doing what you want to do, because once you waste your time, you will not get it back. It will not come back. And that is where people have regrets. People have regrets because they just cannot get back the time when they sit down and they think of, oh my god, I could have done this yesterday, I should have done this, and tomorrow I'm going to do this, and they just get so overwhelmed. And half of the time it's because they were so afraid and they wanted to please somebody else, so they didn't do it. Me, I'm not doing that. I am so sorry. October 1st, I'm gonna be 58. You know, I'm not. No, I'm just living life. I wake up in the morning, I pray, I thank God, I write my 5 things I'm thankful for, and I read an affirmation, and then I start my day. I am not going to waste my time thinking what somebody thinks. I didn't do it when I was a kid. My mom used to be like, don't do this. You can do it tomorrow. I said, what if tomorrow I die? She's like, why do you always tell me that? I said, because you just don't know. Like if she bought us new shoes, and she said, oh, this is for the new school year. And that was back in Dominica. You know, you get shoes once a year, honey, once a year. And that shoe, once it's done, you walk barefoot for the rest of the year. And I would take mine out and I'll be using it and stuff like. My sisters be like, "Oh, if she see you, she's gonna beat you and stuff like." That. I say, "Well, at least I've tried it. If I die tomorrow, nobody can say they use it before me." And it was, and my mom would show up and she'd be like, "Go put it away," and she'd make me clean it up to put it away. But I already use it, so when school time come, I already had it. So I, and then when, this is the thing with us. Okay, now my face is done. It's looking pretty good. I'm trying this thing that I'm going to be talking about soon on and I think it's really making my face nice. It's a toner. Yeah, a toner. I've been trying it for a week now, yeah. And I've been looking at the progress. I was like, oh, I gotta share this with my community. So the next video, I'll put it on there. Because I don't have it now. It's over there. But the next one I will show you and stuff like that. I'll come bare skin and show you. It's working fantastic. Yeah, but back to when I was a kid, I didn't have. So this is the palette. Hello, Tanya. How are you? What's the weather like over by you, and how is your day going? Lisa, this delight, how are you? And how is your day going? And what is your weather like? This is what I'm using. I'm going to make a smoky pastel color. And I used the lighter shade over my brow of the paint pot. And then I put the darker shade on underneath my brow bone in the crease, and I just blend it a little up, so there's a difference. You can see here and there, they're two different. And I'm going to apply the eyeshadow on that. Okay, very nice, very nice. Drink plenty water, a little bit of lime, cold water. I don't drink cold water. I drink lukewarm water. My water sits, I'll boil a big kettle of water every morning, and then I'll pour 3 cups full and I'll leave them on the counter. And as the day go by, I'll drink that. And then I'll squeeze a little lime in one, I'll put a little vinegar in one, and then I drink one plain. And the rest of the day, I'm drinking tea or coffee. So stay hydrated. So the color I'm gonna use, the colors I love, I love, I love. I'm gonna work on this side over there. These are shimmers right here. There are 5 of them. Let's see how many I can mess with. But I remember when I was a little kid. Ooh, this one. See this one? Cute. Juvia's place. Ah! I just love colors, love colors. Is okay, the lighting is good, right? You can see everything. Let me know if the lighting changed so I can change the lighting. Okay, please. But when I was a kid, I was not afraid to, be vocal. Take a look at this. That's this color right there. Woo! I haven't used this in a while. I wasn't expecting this. Yes, it's like fire. I just love colors. I love colors. So when I was growing up, I was, bold, say how I look, and let me know if that have happened to you. And then as we grew up, something changed and something shifts. And then either we become less vocal or we become very passive. It's like, okay. And half of the time, this is just so pretty. Okay, you can see good. Okay, very good, very good. I'm in a new location, so still playing with lighting. I think I got it, but I haven't tried it since with the live. I haven't done it, so that's what it is. And I remember when I moved to St. Thomas, all of a sudden, all my boldness, I don't know if it's because it was a strange place, my boldness just disappeared. And things were not the same. It's like I was vocal in some ways, but I think I was more aggressive. I became very aggressive. It's like, you don't tell me, stuff like that. So, especially guys who try to just think they could have just said anything, it's like I'll challenge them. So, okay, there are two of these colors, right? They look alike, but they're not. I'm gonna go with this one. Let's see. Ooh, I think I'm on fire, baby. When you put close to it, it looks so much the same, isn't it? But we'll fix that, don't we worry. We will fix that. It has a yellow base. That's what it is. It has a yellow base, you see? And then I remember becoming, like very aggressive, but at the same time, I lost my voice. And I mean, I had a stepmother, nothing to talk about. She favored my brother more, and I think I wrote that in the book. And she was just mean. And I tell you, mean, 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 mean. I will never be that mean to any young person or older person. But I'm just saying, as a child, she was not nice. And I was like, holy Jesus. Oh, this is so pretty, so, so pretty. And she treated me horrible. And I mean horrible. I'm gonna take this one and I'm gonna put on there. Ooh, that's a blue base. And I mean, she was not the nicest person. Even my brother, when she wasn't around, my brother was afraid to say anything in front of her. But when she was there, he'd be like, I don't know why she treats you like this. This has a pink and purple shift. Can you see? This is pretty. I haven't played with this palette in a while. And this is this one that has that shift. You see the color and then see the undertone. Anytime he's like, I don't know why she treats you like that. I say, well, maybe because I talk too much. And that didn't help. She just treated me really bad over and over and over. And my dad would come home, boy, he'd be pissed after a long day's work. All she can do is tell him stuff. Hello, J Sparkle Makeup. How are you doing? And what's your weather like on your side? And See, this is looking good. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Now I'm gonna go into my Carnival Pro. There is a brown there. I'm gonna use this brown right here, and I'm gonna go in the crease. I need a small brush because I don't want to go too crazy, too far, too. It's not. Okay, I'll take this one. But she was mean to me. Trust me, when I tell you mean, I used to cry at night in my bed. That's how bad it was. I used to lay down there and cry because I was like, I want my mom. I wish I had my mom. I was how old? 13 going on 14, yeah. And I'd cry at night. I'd cry myself to sleep. And I'd have to relive it all day. Next day, same old thing. Didn't care. She didn't care how old I was. She was just mean and mean and mean to me. And later on, years later, like years later, I realized she was just jealous of my relationship with my dad and I. So she did everything to turn him away from me. And we did. We did fall out. My dad and I did fall out. It took a while for us to get back together, but she succeeded, honey. My dad would come from work and my dad would be so pissed with me. You don't listen. You have a mouth on you when people talk. You need to listen. Oh, what I tried to explain to him what was going on. My brother tried to tell him, he wouldn't listen. He listened because my brother wouldn't tell him when she was there. So he wouldn't tell her in front. Okay, very good, very good. Keep hanging in there, honey. A new day has arrived and we're going to hang in there together. But if my brother would tell her in front of her, I think things would be different. But you know, when you're a kid, you're afraid, you know? So he was afraid. So you see how I darken the outer corner? That's where we get our smoke from. Sexy. Looking sexy at 57. Ooh, thank you, God. But she was just, I mean, and I'll tell my brother, why don't you just tell dad in front of her? But he was so afraid because he saw how she was treating me and he was afraid that she would do the same to him. So he didn't say anything in front of her. He would tell my dad when she not there, oh yes, Vilna didn't do anything, da 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 da. She'd be home all day. She would be cook, do everything, and she'd wait until I get home and tell me to wash the dishes. And I'll be like, no. I'll be like, no, nope, I'm not doing it. And she'd be like, yes, you are. I'm like, nope, I'm not. And then that would create a domino effect. And then my dad would show up and things would just. Oh, you haven't posted, yeah, Tanya haven't posted in a while. She will soon. She will soon. I'm just going back over the first color and putting it back here because I kind of lost a little of it. So I'm just going back and doing that. And we are looking spiffy. Yeah, but she would just wait for me. She would just leave housework for me to do and stuff like that. And I'm like, I'm not doing that. She's like, yes, you are. And I'm like, no. I'm using my one size pressed foundation powder as my bronzer. See, sometimes the word don't come. So because it's very dark, I'm going to use that as my bronzer. Bronzer, contour, the whole 9 yards. That's what I'm using. Yeah, but she would purposely set me up, and I would purposely answer her back. And it was just we just what things just wasn't working between two of us, because first off, she was just not nice to me. You see this side where I put it, and see this side, I don't have any yet. Yeah, but she'd purposely do stuff to me. My brother will be home all day. She'd never tell him wash the dishes. As soon as I get from school, she'll be like, "You have dishes to wash, and you need to do this, and you have to go to the store. You have to go." Back then, is laundromat. If anybody remember, you had to go to the laundromat. And in St. Thomas, you couldn't afford to have a laundry in your house at back in the day because just water, it's hard for us to have water. So she would create problems for me all the time. I tell you, if I wasn't a strong kid, I would have been dead. Trust me when I tell that, I would have been dead. But I dig in my heels. I was like, nope, 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 nope. Using the same brush, and I'm using my Flurry Roberts papaya. It's almost done. I have no glasses. You see me trying to find the open spot? Yep. And then she would just, and my dad, back then, when people had, their girlfriend, they didn't listen. I don't know if everybody, but there are some things he just wouldn't listen on when I tried to tell him. And I'm just blending the bronzer that I put on with it. That's all I'm doing. When I'm going like this, I'm just blending it so there's no line of what they say, line of demarcation. Yeah, yeah, I'm moving up in the YouTube language. Don't listen to me. So this is the blush. Oh, but he just wouldn't listen. And sometimes when he visit me, we talk about that, and he always apologizes. And I say, you don't have to apologize anymore. You did, but I just, I brought it up a couple. I don't bring it up all the time. I brought it up a couple times with him, and he apologized to me back in 1986. Yeah, 1986. I remember, honey. He bought me this nice typewriter. I'd graduated with from typing school and bookkeeping. He bought me this typewriter, and he was so proud because I came home with, like certificates and all kind of stuff, and number one in my class, and he was so proud. And shortly after that, we sit down and talk. I say, remember this and remember that a couple years prior and stuff like. I say that really hurt me. I say that made me so angry for so many reasons. And he have apologized, and we made our peace and stuff like that. I don't hold any of this thing. Not even the woman who did it to me. I don't even hold her to that. I don't. I cannot, because then I'll be wasting my time. If I do that, I'm wasting time, and that's why I started with wasting time. Don't waste your time. I have forgiven her. We don't talk. I don't see her. But even if I see her, I would still say hi, hello to her, knowing that I have moved on. You know what I mean? I am in a place where I can afford to do that. That's the thing. So don't waste time with people and say, oh, this person don't want me to do this. They don't like when I dress like this, and they don't like when I dress like that. And create this whole thing for yourself and put yourself in a situation where 10 days from now, a month from now, 2 years from now, you are regretting everything. You don't want to do that. There are things in life we are going to regret. There'll always be regret. How you work with that is going to determine your outcome. But don't put yourself on a shelf and wait for the right moment. There is no right moment. None. Because if I didn't continue to keep just moving on and doing what I'm doing, I would not be here today. I maybe would be in a crazy ward, but I refuse to let that thing make me crazy. I was like, no, 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 no. I took the beatings. I did the work at one point. I had no choice but to do it. But once I was gone, that was it. Once I was done and gone, that was it. I moved on. I forgave. I don't need to see the person to forgive the person. I did a lot of self work. I had to, if I wanted to survive, I had to do the self work myself. I cannot ask somebody to come and do it for me because it won't work. I have to do it myself. Okay, now I can finish under my eyes because I haven't done under my eyes. You notice under my eyes is still there. This is looking spiffy. This is looking spiffy. I'm not putting any top liner. I'm just gonna do the rest of my eyes. I don't even know how my brows look. Are they looking good? This is what it is. But I had to do a lot of self work, lots of self work. And in the process, I had a lot of fun. I did a lot of good things. Trust me, with all the bad things that have happened in my life, I've done a lot of good things for myself. I used to take myself on vacation somewhere every year before I met my husband. I did many, many things. I would treat myself to spas on the beach, go on the beach and pay and have a whole day for myself at a spa where somebody massage you, the whole thing. It's you have your toes done, your nails. I saw my nails done back in the day. Looking at me now, I'll be like, really? But I have. I used to wear fake nails. So I have done a lot in my life while I was doing all that work. So I am not sorry for myself when I tell you these struggles. Hello, hello, beautiful, the work from home wife of Atlanta. How are you, honey? So when I say those things, it's not to for pity. I'm telling you that because if you're going through it, I want you to understand it is not going to last. It won't. Use me as an example anytime. It will not last. It won't last. Okay, so now we're doing mascara. Yeah. Okay, I did promise I was changing my mascara. I did. The last time I had that dry one, I was like, I have to change it. So I did. Now I'm just brushing off some of that excess powder. But yeah, my struggles is not for you to feel sorry. My struggles is for you to know that at the end of the day, things will get better. It will, it must get better. If you keep just doing the work is hard. The work is not easy. I have cried countless nights. Countless nights. Not now, but I'm talking when I was doing the work. And I tell you, it's not easy because every time, especially a fresh wound, now the wound has healed, so I'm good. But a fresh wound will scar every time you talk about it. And sometimes a lot of people don't like talking about it, but the more you talk about it, the better you start feeling. You're releasing that energy that it has. So my story is to help somebody. Yep. Terrible wicked stepmother. She was bad, my God. It was bad. Just thinking about it. Woof. And sometimes I ask myself, how did you survive? But God makes no mistakes. None whatsoever. So through God, I made it and I am here to help somebody else. I have cried. I've cried so much. I remember once after I wake up to go to school, my eyes were so puffy. One was shut closed. The lady I had a lot of rescues, trust me. I had maybe 5 or 6 rescue people kept rescuing me all the time. It is interesting because someday I was in the kitchen cooking and I was like, that is interested how I needed rescuing back when I was, how old was I? Hmm. I was homeless at 15 going on 16. And it's all because of that woman. Trust me when I tell you. It started with her. It didn't end with her, but it started with her. And it was just crazy at one point. One point was crazy. What color lipstick do I want to wear with this? I think I should wear purple lipstick with her. What do y'all think? Should I wear purple lipstick? If you ever spend a day with me, my my kids will say, "Oh, my mom is crazy." You're gonna have a good time. I'm thinking. Okay, let me show you what color purple I was thinking about. This one. It's almost done. This one. Or I think I have another one in mind. Yeah. But yeah, it's like life was hard. I can never tell people. I mean, from coming up from one, house and then, all of a sudden in another house. Ooh, these are like pretty colors. I'm gonna give you 3 choices. Where is it? I have it right there. And just jumping into this, it was like, and in the kitchen, someday I'm like, oh my God, I have rescued so many people. Lots. Okay, the third choice is this one. Okay. Oop. This one, take a look at the eyes. This one, we're going by numbers. Okay. Number 1, number 2, number 3. Let me know which one I should put on with this eye look. Looking out together, baby, beautiful baby. 1, 2, or 3. Let me know. Yeah, but I mean, as in the kitchen, let's back to this because I get distracted by the lip color. And I was like, oh my God, I have rescued so many people. Me too. I like them all. Yes. I know they're all pretty. Take a look. It's hard to pick. It's so hard to pick. I give you all the job, you see. And I remember when I first moved to Florida, I was living with my friend, and then in about 6 months, I was there in Florida 2 days. I had a job. My friend's like, how did you get a job? I said, girl, I went walking all over, bought a map and full out applications. That was it. And I had a job. And then I moved from that job, and then somebody else called me, and I moved to another job, and then somebody else called me, and I moved to another job, and I loved it. I was doing paperwork for the cruise ship, where back in the day it was people would send them by in mail, and you would put it in the computer and stuff like that. So I was doing that temporary, and so as a temporary job, and then moved to managing a retirement home. And she could, and then I hired her. She's like, you just got here. It's only a month and you already have all this job off. I say, I am trust me, I'm a determined person. When I tell you I put my mind to something, that's it. It's like I'm a bulldozer. Move out of the way, I'm doing something. If I'm helping somebody, I'm all in. I'm helping you, I'm here. What time to show up? What time we leave? What are we doing? That's how I function. And then I hired her because she was unemployed when I moved over to her place. So I hired her and stuff like that. And a lot of people came along. Then there was this one girl who came, and she was from another island, and she was having trouble, look, with place to live and stuff like that. So I had her living at my house. And then I had another person living at my house, and then another person living at my house. Before you know it, I had like 4 or 5 people, different times, and stuff like that. That I would say they need a place. You can stay there until you get on your foot like that. And I did that for a while. And it just dawned on me sometime I was in the kitchen. I say, oh my God, I'm going to use number two. Number two, this one right there. And that's by Black Radiance. And I was like, all these people rescued me when I was homeless. And I in turn end up doing returning the favor in another way. I never even noticed that until recently. I was in the kitchen, and it's like God brought it back to mind and say, remember all these people you have helped. And I was like, I wonder where this person is and where that person is, and where it is unbelievable. And I don't know where they are, but I just sent out a prayer and I say, thank God I was in the situation to help them at the time they needed help. Because one girl was from North Carolina. I met her for the church I was going through. She didn't have a place to live. Yes, yes, that I mean it hit me like a ton of bricks. I didn't even realize. I never gave it any thought even when I was doing it. It's like she came from North Carolina where she was living with the guy she moved down to Florida with. They were having trouble. I tell her you shouldn't have to go through that. If you need a place to stay, you can stay at my house. And then while she was working, I said save up so you can get your own place. And I kept doing that over and over. Never dawned on me, never in a million years, until someday I was in the kitchen. I'm talking back in the night. I came to Florida from Canada back in 1990. And I mean, I could not be. It's like all of a sudden, I was like, oh my God, all the people who helped me, now I end up helping all these people. And I just stand there and I said a prayer. I say, thank you, God, for all the people you sent to help me when I was homeless as a child. And I end up doing this in Florida. And I mean, I was homeless in St. Thomas, where I had to hitch a ride to go to school and all this other stuff. And years later, here it is, hit me like a ton of bricks. You did exactly that. You rescued and saved and helped people. I was like, thank you, God. I was in a position to do that. And I just prayed for all those people. And that was it. It's on, and it's true. The paying it forward, never even thought of it. Yep. So I'm going to use number two. Ooh, I think this is a good choice. This is a good choice. Ooh, this is pretty. Ah, I just had an idea what next to do with it. Yeah, but those are the things that have happened. And that's why I always try to encourage anybody who come on this channel. Do not give up. Don't give up on yourself because giving up is not an option. Don't take that road. Take the heavy road because at the end of the day, when things, the tide turn and you sit down and you look at where you come from and where you were, you know without a shadow of a doubt it is God. without even blinking twice. You know it's God. Trust me, I am here because of God. God, trust me. The amount of thoughts that come to your mind when you're in this situation, it's just crazy. But you have to rise above the thoughts and say, you know what, tomorrow will be better. Tomorrow, I used to cry, thumb in a ride, trying to get home on time so I can do the housework that the lady who rescued me, so I can do it. And sometimes I get right to put me here, but then I need another ride. So I'm walking, crying in the darkness, trying to catch another ride. I mean, every person who rescued me, I was far from my school. Every single person who rescued me, I was far from the school. I either had to walk, bum a ride, catch a bus. And I didn't have money for bus, so I was always walking and always bumming a ride every single time just to get to school. Okay, I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna put it on the lips so it can change the color, you see? And that just dawned on me. This is good. Yeah, but don't give up on your journey. Change the color. As I was putting on the lip color, it's like, I can do that. I was like, yes, I can. But don't give up on your journey. Do not, do not, do not. It is, you will be thankful and happy. My hair is a mess and I love crazy hair. I love crazy hair. I don't know if y'all have noticed, mostly all my videos, I have crazy hair. I just love my crazy hair. But this is what you do. Oh my God, I love the pastel. So, what do you think about the pastel? Yep, God had a plan for me. My God, I tell you, I am a testament. I am a testament to that because, boy, at 15, 14, I mean, I was 14, 15 because when I moved to school in New York, I was 16. Yeah. I wasn't homeless once. I was homeless twice. I only told you all about the first homeless. I was homeless twice. And they both end up my homelessness end up the same way twice. My father's girlfriends. What can I say? My father's girlfriends. I mean, yep, I was homeless twice, but the first time I wasn't in St. Thomas. My father's girlfriend actually put me on an airplane and sent me back to my mom. That was the first homelessness. The wicked stepmother. On my first day of school, she didn't tell me I wasn't gonna go to school. They packed my suitcase while they were in the room, pack up all my stuff, and then next morning when I wake up to go to school, it was September 5th, 1982. And they're like, no, you're not going to school. You're coming with us. And I was like, where am I going? And they're like, to the airport. And my brother started crying. He's like, they're sending you away back to your mother in the islands of Dominica. I said, okay. And then when I came back, he begged me because now she'd left him. He begged me to come back. I actually went back. I got back to St. Thomas. I was at my cousin's house for 3, 4 months. He came begging me to come back, and I did. And then he had some girlfriend again. It's always with the girlfriends. End up homeless. What can I say? I am here. I am alive. I am good. Things are wonderful. I can't complain. I have everyday struggles like some people. Some days I don't feel like getting off of bed because I don't want to get up. Some days I have migraine and I just stay in bed. That's it. So that's what it is. But I haven't suffered with a migraine in a long time, but I had one yesterday. I didn't leave my, I wake up, showered, got back in bed. My husband brought me breakfast in bed. He brought me lunch in bed. I got up about 5. I went in the kitchen and took a Tylenol. No, at 3 o'clock I took one Tylenol. Then I went back, do what I had to do. I was still functioning. It's just that when you have a migraine, it's just there. I did everything I had to do. Go in the kitchen, clean up, do this, do that. Later on at night, come to go sleep. The migraine's still there. It takes me a while before I take medication. The migraine being, I can feel when it's coming. I just linger when it comes to taking meds. Finally, last night before I go to bed, I was like, nope, I won't sleep if I don't take that. So I took another one. This one, I wake up like a brand new pen. It's like, yes, I am up. So I suffer with stuff most people suffer with. But you know what? At the end of the day, we're just human beings and we're navigating this earth trying to function and figure out how to make things work. But this is the look, a complete look with pastels. So go ahead if you have your pastels, take it out and add a dark base and put it on and you will not regret it. If you put a light base, try to add something dark in the corner. If you put a dark base all over, you can just put a little bit on, you can put a dark base everywhere and take a little bit of the pastel and just put it on your lids and you're good to go. It will not look sheer or gray or make you look half dead. None of us want to be half dead. We want to be alive and awake and enjoying life. I love you all dearly. Thank you all again for coming. Please thumbs up the live. Please share it with somebody else. I will see you all again soon because I think my lighting is working. I mean, I spent 2 weeks fixing this thing up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. And then last week I was like, I have to, I fix it. And now I think I have it exactly how I want it. So I love you all very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It's cute. Thank you. It is. Oh my God. I'm loving this. This came out really nice. The last time I did it was with black, but I wanted to try it with that paint pot. So you can put a darker base underneath and just put it, and it will not look pastel because you couldn't tell if this is pastel if I didn't say so. So love you all there. I always appreciate you all. I always enjoy having you all here. My heart is filled for you. Have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day, and I will see everybody else next Thursday. Once I wake up, I'm a blooming flower. I just keep blooming until it's time to go back to bed. You will see me again soon. Love you all. I won't keep you all any longer. Bye, my friends. Stay blessed, and be a blessing to somebody else. If you haven't called somebody in a long time, text them and see how they're doing. They might just need that one text. Okay.